Hey guys, how's it going? I wanted to do a quick video on tips for Battlefield 1. I'm not the greatest player. I'm decent, I guess, according to myself. But the things that I find important to get good and just little tips that I've noticed. So, first of all, I'm going to start with mouse sensitivity. Try to always have your mouse be consistent. If you play first-person shooters at all, the most important thing is to keep your 180s always the same and your 360s. Like for example, I play 800 DPI in-game, 8% sensitivity. It gives me a turning radius of about 28 centimeters. Now if I was to go play some CSGO, I'm going to get my turning radius to 28 centimeters. If I go to play some Rainbow Six Siege, I'm going to get my turning radius. See, I just flick the mouse and I'm going to do a 180. Very small adjustments. Okay, I don't want to make you guys dizzy, but that's the most important thing, because then you get used to even doing 90 degrees, 180, 90, 90. You know, you can always find your players real quick, and your memory, muscle memory gets used to that. So if there's a guy right over there shooting at you, and you see that little red coming from there, you just bam, and you're like shooting at that guy. That's number one. Number two, I find that, well, I play with a 120 hertz monitor. I have 144, but I've lowered it's adjustable in mine, so I adjusted it to 120. And in game, if you have it at 60, go to 60. Try to keep your frames at close to the monitor refresh rate. I just find that works well. It gives you a consistent picture of what's going on. What I mean is you can lower some graphical settings. Look at this game, how beautiful it is. Would you believe that I have all my graphical settings set pretty low here? I'll go show you. So if you go into the options, go into video, advanced, oh wait, yeah. So look, I have everything on low. I'd rather have more frames than a higher effects, okay? Now, I do have mesh quality at high, because high or ultra is the way to go for mesh quality. It kind of gives you a divide between the way your players show up on screen, and so I've heard, so I keep that on high. I'm kind of going with what I've been told. But all this other stuff, seriously, you're in a first-person shooter. Let me just show you an example of why I would keep those to low. Okay, look, I'm looking for somebody. Am I really looking at this post? Or look, oh my God, look at those windows. No, it's you know, everything's beautiful anyways. If I was playing a single player, I'd put everything on high. In an online multiplayer, the important things is get better frames. All right. Those are two of the most important things. I'd say something that I can't show on screen is get a good optical sensor mouse, something consistent. You don't have to pay millions of dollars, but the thing is, I find they work really well. Optical is the way to go, trust me. When I was playing Battlefield 4 and I was just starting out, I had this laser sensor mouse, and this is my personal experience, by the way. So I had this laser sensor mouse, and it was all right. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. But then I noticed, so let's just say my favorite gun, I was shooting, I don't know, let's say I was shooting 12% with an assault rifle. Alright, so I started reading up on mice with good sensors, and next thing you know, I buy one. I decide to try it out, and I start shooting between 16 and 18%, just based on the twitchiness of the mice, how accurate they were. I noticed with my laser sensor mouse, even in the software, when I'd want to switch something, I'd click on something, it would click a little bit next to it. So they're very sensitive to what you're playing on and all those little details. So they're kind of overly sensitive. So you really want a good optical mouse. I'd suggest something with a 3310 sensor or a 3360 sensor, or even 3988. Those are like probably the three best, but there are other really good sensors out there. Alright, let's see what else. Oh, I want to show you another option, and this is a great place to show it. This is personal preference, but some people play with ADS field of view on or off. I'm going to show you the difference right now. I play with on, and I'm going to show you why. Let's say I have an enemy over here, or an enemy over here. Okay, and there's some enemy right here in that window. Let's just say it's possible. Alright, so look, when I'm zooming in right now, there's no zoom effect. That's with it on. The thing is, this player that's over here, even if I'm zoomed in and I'm shooting this guy, I'm still aware of this guy because if I have good peripheral vision, because my ADS is on, aim down sights just stays the same zoom effect. Now I'm going to show you what happens if I have it off. Alright, this is very important because a lot of people do ask about this option, and I'm going to put it off. Now, okay, watch what happens. It zooms in, but look, if there's somebody standing over here, some people like the closest of the zoom in, and that's fine, but it takes you away from, it cuts your screen off. So this guy here, this is just perception. Even if you don't see him as close, he's still the same distance. So I find that I like it better with this option on, but as I say, it's personal preference. Do what you like. If you like to zoom in on the guy, that's fine. And if you like to have a little bit more peripheral vision, that's also fine. Otherwise, field of view, I play 85. Most people play 90 and up. For me, because I do have this on, I don't want to go too far out because it doesn't ever zoom out. I used to play 80. I went up to 85, which is fine. My brightness, I actually want it around 80. I don't know why I have it on 90 there. But I find that at 50, it's a little too dark. I like it a little brighter just to find players. It could depend on your monitor. Alright, so that's pretty much it. So the main things, if you're going to play a first-person shooter, I would recommend are consistent turn radius. Believe me, you get used to recoil and stuff. Turn radius, you know you can flick to your whoever you're going for. And I'd recommend a low sensitivity. I play 28 centimeters, which is borderline low. It's not super low, but you know, I play where I can flick, but also keep my gun consistent. If you play, let's say you play at a turn radius of half and it's too fast, your gun's all over the place, you can't control recoil. As it is now, I can control recoil. So I just want to do this quick video on that. If you have any questions, any comments, anything else that you think might be good advice for players starting out in Battlefield, you know, leave a like, leave a comment down below. That would be awesome, would be appreciated, because I'm just kind of doing a basic thing here, but I'm sure a lot of you have some really great advice. So if you've watched this video, thanks for watching. I really appreciate the love, and I'll talk to you guys later.